Hi guys, get in here, get in here, get in here. So I know day 12 was super intense. Let's go ahead and recap it real quick. Celebrity stylist Deonte Nash gets back on the stand yesterday morning and he provides the final remnants of his testimony where he is doubling down and confirming that yes, everything that I said on day 11 about the assaults, the violence that I sat and witnessed Diddy impose on Cassie is indeed true. He even talked about how he wouldn't let her spirits be down when Diddy would go out and flaunt other women in her face, especially on social media. Dante said, you know what? He would say, hey girl, let's go out and do our thing. So you could tell that they were really good friends. And he really looked out for her as much as he possibly could. There was even a moment during his testimony where he said, the reason that I stayed in contact with Diddy was because he was acting up so much. And he just kind of wanted to keep tabs and know the temperature of which way he was ultimately going to fluctuate back and forth. Dante also said there was a text message that took place back in 2018 between Diddy and himself, where Diddy was upset that Dante did not warn him about Cassie ultimately dating Alex, the trainer, and then moving on to marry him. So later on in the day, after Nash has ultimately left for the day, we hear from Mia, which is a pseudonym for her actual name and identity. She was Diddy's personal assistant for a multitude of years, where she went on to tell her recounts of the secret abuse, the actual assault that she endured from Diddy, down to being his assistant and living in his home and not even being able to lock her own personal door. She even went on to talk about the incident where she witnessed Diddy basically break into Cassie's gated building and proceeds to come into the apartment with a key he took from the front desk and assault her to the point where the gash that she has over her eyebrow, it resulted from that incident. They said that she said they were in grave danger that day. Mia also spoke about a time or multiple different times that she had to assist Cassie in hiding. She even spoke about a time where they were out of the country and Cassie came running in her room. And she said that you have to help me. He is going to unalive me. Mia then states that they proceeded to push the furniture in the room, guys, up against the door. And she said that her room led out to the beach and they proceeded to run on the beach. And she talked about how she remembered running so fast that the bugs were attacking her and smacking her in her face. Her and Cassie were able to locate some paddle boards and they proceeded to go out in the water to get away from Diddy. And she even talked about how the further as they would paddle out, the smaller Diddy would get, and they would not return back from that incident until nightfall. She also talked about the multiple different occasions of when the actual assaults began with Diddy, which was actually on the night of his 40th birthday when she was asked to take 2 shots. And it is alleged, or through her testimony, that those were indeed spiked, because the next morning she woke up in the penthouse that was being rented out, simply in a chair. So, if you would like to hear more about Mia's testimony and the accounts of what happened yesterday, make sure you like, share, and comment this video, and make sure you hit the follow button. And I'll talk to you guys soon.